I wanted to talk to you today about a way to better your landscape for a really cheap price. It's something we do throughout the year, but we really focus on it towards the end of the growing season. You'll know when that starts coming to your big box stores or when they start reducing the inventory out in their landscape area. But it's something that's not really a secret. It's just something people don't really think about, I don't think. So from the first time they start putting plants out for the growing season, almost immediately, maybe within a couple of weeks, they start having a clearance rack. And the reason they have that clearance rack is because those plants are crowded together. They're not properly watered, they're not properly fed, and it's nothing against those folks there at the garden center. It's just that they're moving inventory, and that floor space is valuable, so they crowd those plants together. You'll start noticing that the plants they have for sale, the sides of them are dark, or they're starting to die. They're not dying, they're not dead, they're just not getting the sun that your plants in your landscape will get, or plants in a nursery will get, because they're able to space them out with space. So almost immediately after the plant season starts, you start having a clearance rack. That's a great way to find cheap plants. I'm talking about anything they sell. Eventually they will mark it down because they have to move it. So that's one way to start looking for cheap plants. My wife's probably going to kill me for saying all this stuff, but it is what it is. I want to be helpful. That's what the YouTube channels are about, and that's what I want to do. The second way that we find we get good plant prices just for our landscape is end of the season. Today is July 22nd, so yesterday, July 21st, my wife and I went down to one of the big box stores, and we had already noticed that the inventory was starting to, kind of get low. I mean, hey, they have parking lot areas. Now they don't have those anymore, so the inventory started to get lower and lower and lower. Well, what they start doing now, because of the heat stress, because of the potting conditions, that they can't care for the plants. It's not their fault. They're not set up to care for large inventories of plants throughout the year, unlike your nurseries are. So what they started doing is start marking deep discounts. Yesterday I bought 38 plants of big blue Leary oak, patented plant. I can't propagate it, I can't sell it, but I can put it in my landscape and have it for a nice border plant, ground cover. I bought it for 50 cents a cup. That is absolutely ridiculous price. The retail price was $2.98. So 38, you do the math, 38 at $2.98 is over $100. Or I buy it at 50 cents a cup, it's been like $14 or $15. So I was able to do a landscape bed that you see at the first of this video, around that bed there. Almost finished up. I've got to go get about 10 more plants. Almost finishing that spot up for $15. Absolutely ridiculous price when you think about the money you would have spent earlier in the season, and all you had to do is wait a little bit more.